Hello, you can call me Castle. I am the Dungeon Master, and I welcome you back to the Beastlands. Thank you for watching my legacy unfold. I realize that the audio quality in the first several episodes was kind of rough, and we thank you for putting up with us. We are constantly striving to improve your viewing experience. The new sessions will be split into less than half-hour episodes, posted Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard or 7 p.m. Eastern. Also, be sure to check out the Dirk and Dirtle podcast, which is uploaded at their whim once a week. If you enjoy our show and want to help support us, please drop a like, but more importantly, share us with the world. Check out our Call of the Beastlands social media pages. Links in the description.
Which was really cool.
We are now the sponsors.
Don't forget the horses.
Oh yeah,
Oh
we bought
yeah,
horses
we have horses.
and arrows. And now we're in a potion shop explaining everything to you. As if you were never here in the first place.
You obviously were.
Yeah, thank you for explaining. I had a spat of amnesia. Yeah, right. That's what happened.
You were kind of staring off into the sky.
Just a little bit.
I'm still kind of phased from that night in this carnival. So many dead.
Oh yeah, and also the Slayers Guild was kind of introduced. They have a small office run by a single broker here in Salmon's Run.
The Slayers.
So the Tusculi have pushed into Ursa Kingdom.
More so in between
Oh,
that and the Ursary Kingdom.
All that area that you traveled through that used to be just no man's land is now just straight Tuscany territory.
Gotcha.
Which means they probably got the Emporium too.
Which, by the way, could be incredibly troubling to your characters.
What could?
The fact that the Emporium, the only place that you've ever seen a bunch of magical, devastating weapons and bombs and such, is now dead in the center of claimed Tuscany territory.
That could be a problem, yeah. Is the Todier's fortress in there as well?
No, that is to the south in the mountains and such. And it seems like the team had... Did you guys agree to do the mission for the Slayers, or did you pass on that?
I
No,
think
I want to go for it. Did you tell them about the dragon and the eggs?
no, not yet.
All right, you guys do that. Hey, we're going to come back on the hour. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
If you all ever get a chance to listen to the new Dirk and Dirtle, please do it. Oh my gosh, it's hilarious.
I listened to all of them.
This one just came out a couple hours ago, but the first 2.5 minutes will definitely appease you.
I'm on. Yeah, this episode's kind of fun. Not gonna lie.
So, are we going to the castle first, or are we going after the dragon first, or what?
Well, we have to go to the DM first, otherwise we can't do anything.
Things are lost on the wind.
Next time I see you face to face, I'm going to sit on you.
That would hurt.
What she said. So anyway, the question does stand. You guys feel free to have in-character interaction to kind of navigate this this story that we're writing together, right? Obviously, I do the bulk of the heavy lifting, but by no means are you being railroaded.
You're ripped.
Ripped?
Yeah, you're ripped.
I mean, I did just take a couple dabs, but what does that have to do with anything?
No one. I say we go to the castle.
Yeah, let's clear out the castle first.
After we check for a bounty for these Hydra teeth.
Yeah, we need to do that first, but and also the Hydra heart. Don't forget that. Is there a time limit in the contract?
The Dragon's Egg?
Yes.
There is not a time limit per se. However, if someone beats you to the punch, the contract will become void. Which is also your only way out of the contract should you accept it. Other than death and dismemberment.
I haven't been dismembered yet.
So have we accepted the contract? Yeah?
Not officially.
Not officially, okay.
That's what we're debating.
I think we should go down to the castle and explore what's down there. It'd be nice if we had a place that we could return to if all else.
Yeah, so the thing about the dragon mission is that no one knows exactly the location. They just know that it's in the mountains. Now, the mountain range is vast. It's really big. But in that same mountain range is the location given for the fortress that is inherited by your friend.
And also remember that the paperwork said that, well, it's said that we have to clear out the monsters, so there's something in there.
Yeah.
And we can afford to buy a room in the city if we do the contract successfully. So, would you rather have a castle or a hotel?
And we enslaved private folk.
Yeah.
We pay the minimum wage.
Yes.
Does anyone know what the minimum wage is in Ursina?
Every 12 weeks.
Dang it.
It's actually 4 silver pieces an hour. Thank you.
Oh, high blood. Nice.
I was once a bear.
That's rich blood. If you can consider every copper as $1.
That's a high minimum wage.
We like to be paid well. Wait, why am I dusting?
Same thing. Is your losing spell malfunctioning?
Well, it's not that unfeasible, considering the amount of territory on the edge of the mountains that Ursina takes up. They have many mines. Metals is actually one of their biggest economic drivers, which is a big deal considering metals are not that widespread in most of the Beastlands. So, as you can imagine, most of the exports, weapons and armor, and common goods made of metal may have originated from this very kingdom.
All right, let's go to the castle first. Well, let's get the Hydra teeth and the Hydra heart. Get that taken care of first. Go to the castle, get that set up, rest our feet a little bit, and formulate our attack plan to go against the dragon. I can reach out to my contacts in a couple of more towns and try to see if we can find some more information as to where that lair might be, or at least where the cultists are. We could track them down too.
Well, do we need to sign off on that contract first before going, or do we have someone nearby that we could use as a liaison back to the guild for yes or no or what?
Didn't we rescue some Burling's nephew?
Yeah, Tommy.
Yeah, that has resolved itself.
We could simply ask him later on, once we get to the castle, if we have any names to message him to say that we've accepted the quest on our behalf, since he seems to operate around this area.
I can get
This
messages,
is
no problem.
this is through the Slayers Guild. This isn't through him.
Yeah, I would probably ask the player guy first just to see if he's okay with us doing it that way, or just having some random come up and be like, yeah, all these 6 guys are in charge of this.
Well, maybe we could give him something that could show us our acceptance. I don't know.
Never give away your contacts. Bad idea. Bad idea. Keep contacts secret.
Then we should probably accept the contract before leaving.
How we get information does not matter. Fulfilling the contract is all that matters. Never reveal contacts.
Indeed. So the broker offers you a sum of 100 gold pieces for the Hydra heart piece, but he says you may be better off donating it to the local church. There may be an amputee in need.
You know, I was already thinking about walking around and looking for, like, a hobo or whatever. He
Crap,
was just missing a leg.
Duke.
So I'm totally down for that.
We totally forgot about that priest. We need our book.
Ah! The book! Right, the scribe.
Then you guys can take it to him as a gift for the church.
And we can ask them if they have anyone who's ailing.
Yeah. All right, so before we leave off the Slayers Guild, though, and go off and do that, are you or are you not signing a contract with the Slayers Guild?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Each of you is required to sign on a sheet of paper. It's got enough room for all your signatures. This is detailing your rights as a member of the Slayers Guild, including jurisdictional, what's the word I'm looking for? Benefits. You don't have access to most of these features until you get a badge. Once you have a badge,
would be a better word.
entitlement, yeah.
Yeah.
And what that would mean is like preferential treatment from local governments that are affiliated with the Slayers Guild, which the broker says there are quite a few. And it also gives you the right to, lodging and care in any other facilities and informational support and even a certain level of spell support and discounts on healing, things of that nature. However, it also limits you in a couple of ways. The first is that you won't be able to take another job until you finish one. And the second is you're not allowed to break the contract. If you take the contract and you're found to be in breach of it in some way, then there will be penalties, bounty hunters and such. However, this particular one doesn't have very many ways for you to fail it, other than not trying. So if they find out that you went in the opposite direction or something.
And of course, we have a disadvantage.
Dude.
A furry possum that looks two ways at once.
Right, so this disclaimer and legal agreement aside, you were given an informational packet on some cursory knowledge that they know about the cult and a couple of settlements that may have clues. It's mostly about targeted leaders. Some of the scouts have picked out leaders of the cult that may know more than your rank and file and their suspected locations. It's not a whole lot to go off of, but it's something. And with that concluded, he wishes you good luck, and he says, you may be getting pretty famous around here, but I'll be honest with you, the chance of survival on this has been rated pretty low. Just try and survive.
I look at him and smile.
Don't count on it.
Fox smiles back. let's see. You wanted to go to what was the second destination?
The
Church.
coach-
The church. That's right. You had requested literature be copied for you, the exact nature of which I'm struggling to remember.
And the
This was
Hydra.
We
and
were
the
looking
Hydra.
for the history of Odin, Thor in regards to
Boulder.
yes.
Just a second. That's right, and he said that he had a book of Old Norse tales, right?
Correct. And they were going to make us a copy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Your copy is already paid for and waiting for you. The old priest hands it over and says, well, good luck in your search. I implore you that if you find anything new, that you would let us know. We are desperate for new information.
Most definitely.
And then you said the Hydra heart? You're going to present that to him?
Oh, yeah. Will this help heal any souls or wounded?
So I assume you give him a rundown of its magical features.
Yes.
And he says, this is brilliant. Yeah, come with me. This will make someone's day. And he leads you into a room where a eagle, it's a bird folk, he is the eagle variety, is sitting in prayer. And he's missing both of his wings. From your location, you can see the gnarled, jutting remnants of the bone structure that they used to sit on, as if they had been smashed and cut off. And he introduces you. He says, this is Lieutenant Airfield. He came to us after one of the experiments from their kingdom crash landed nearby. He was the only survivor and has been recovering ever since. You guys catch all that? Okay.
Hey there.
Hello. So, you have something that will help me?
Maybe.
Possibly. We found the heart of your enemies, and it might be able to help you.
What did that come out of? He looks at the large bulging piece of heart, still fresh with blood from the last night.
This came from a 7-headed Hydra from a multiversal realm of some kind of magical foreign proportions.
Well, that sounds really complicated.
It was.
Sounds like some madman's tale.
It was.
So what am I supposed to do with it? Rubbing on my skin, or?
That's a good question.
How does this work?
Priest, what do we do?
He says, you're gonna have to eat it, son. It's gonna be gross. And, his eagle face kind of scrunches up. He's like, I'm a predator, but this smells different. And he eats it, gags it down, choking almost. And he's like, I feel something. It feels like a burning. He's like, yeah, it kind of hurts. And you can see the sprouts on his back start to slowly form. You can actually see the regeneration taking place. And the priest says, yeah, that'll probably take a good day to regrow, but you should be in the air. You should be able to finally make it home, son. He's like, oh my God, I don't know how I can repay you guys. Well, listen, I'm an officer in the newly established Navy of the Bird Queen. If you ever find yourself by the Windscar Crag, hit me up in Easton. Just remember my name, Lieutenant Fairfield.
Airfield.
Fairfield or
Airfield.
Airfield?
Airfield. Sorry.
Okay.
Is there any more of that heart left, or did he eat the whole thing?
He gobbled it all up.
Oh
Dang
man.
Turkey's gobble.
Gobble, gobble, gobble. No, he's not a turkey. He's an eagle.
Well, no, Dirk has always been missing a part of his tail because Dirtle ate it when they were real young.
Oh, how sad.
Oh,
So-
yeah. No, so you
I was
watch
gonna-
this and you're like, fuck, it does work.
It's like, now I gotta kill another Hydra.
Add it to a list of to-dos.
We'll find another circus one day.
I hope not.
Well, hydras are not that uncommon in the Beastlands.
There's hope.
Side quest.
Anyway, with that out of the way, any other objectives in town for today?
Long rest.
Can we each get one of the horses for
What?
our own?
Can you
We
what?
got a team of 6. So
Horses?
each
for each
one gets
person.
one.
Oh, do we each? I thought you said eat. I was like, no, we're not
No.
eating these.
Did we lose our
You
cart?
you get your own mount.
No.
Rhinos?
We lost
cart
the rhinos,
is
but we did
still
lose
there.
the cart.
They replaced the rhinos with horses.
Can the horses draw the cart as well as the rhinos?
There's a 6-team horse.
Ah.
Horses.
I see.
Leave.
So okay, that's
I
fine.
wanna-
We can give you a long rest, of course. But you're talking about buying personal horses, aside these?
No. I'm talking about each one of us using one of the horses in the team. The team belongs to the party, but if we had to split up and go off, one person could take one of the horses. If
Oh,
we
that's a
didn't
pretty
need-
good point.
That way, if we had to move quickly and through a narrow space and didn't have room for the cart, we could camouflage the cart, get on the horses, and ride.
Yes,
So
that is
there's
possible.
Would you like to claim a horse and name it? Is that where
Yeah,
you're getting
I want to name mine Hairball.
at? Nice.
I call my horse Dirk.
Dirk, are you going to name yours Dirtle?
No. He shall be named Pastulio.
What?
Okay, as long as you can remember that.
It's okay. Anybody who's ever watched Invader Zim will know who Pastulio is.
I don't remember, but that's okay.
It's an old scene, but yeah. Oh no, that's when Zim gets a zit on his face, and he calls it Pastulio.
Oh, Postulate. Yeah, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, are we missing anything? If we leave town right now, we won't be like, dang, I forgot we were going to do this.
Less than 48 going to get a horse?
I mean,
We have the 6, and we can just ride in the cart. And then if we ever need to leave the cart behind somewhere, we can hide it, and then we each have a horse for ourselves.
yeah, that's what they're saying. They just named theirs.
I mean, you can have one of the horses for your own personal mount.
I shall name
Mhm.
mine Fancy.
Fancy.
Yes.
Fancy?
Yes. That is the name of my horse.
That- Like the fencing pony?
Like, you have your pinky up when you eat fancy?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that's fancy.
That's fancy as shit.
What were the other horse names?
Uh,
We had the rhinos' names. We have to have the horses' names.
My horse is called Hairball.
Terrible.
Dirtle's horse is named Dirk, so you know.
Mine is Pastulio.
What about you, Toady? You got one? Is that something that your mantis is even interested in?
I'm trying to think. I will
Scooby.
Very well. We'll circle back to that. Now, horses are obviously a whole lot easier to take care of than rhinos. You can usually just let them graze as long as you don't overwork them. They'll be good to go. Which means that you can travel for 8 hours a day.
Nice.
You still get to decide your traveling pace. You can go slowly, which gives you advantage on stealth checks, and all right, I don't know if it gives you advantage. It stops you from getting disadvantage on stealth checks, and it gives you advantage on perception, whereas traveling normally doesn't incur any penalties or benefits. And then fast gets you further, but you have disadvantage on perception and stealth.
I believe we should take it slow and avoid as much eyes as possible.
Avoid the ice.
One thing before we get going is I never had that hammer that we got examined to see if it was magical in any way.
Oh.
As well as, did we ever return some of the belongings to the people that had died and the city guards?
I wasn't aware that you held on to like personal belongings.
I don't think we would have, but
That's
It was just-
when you were vomited forth into the empty air, where the circus stood 6 months ago. It drew quite a crowd, and the guards immediately took care of the situation on that
I
front.
see. But yeah, we have a bladed whip and that bowed hammer were the two of the weapons. We don't know if they were magical or not.
Well, the bladed whip is a whip. It does the next highest damage die. So instead of a D4, it does a D6.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's non-magical. It's just a specialized type of whip. And the hammer is non-magical, but after asking around, you're told that is the biggest fucking dragon tooth you have ever seen, or they have ever seen.
I'll say we keep it.
So the head of this hammer is comically large. It's kind of like a little bit smaller than a mailbox, and it's a molar.
I'll say we keep it.
I was going to be using it, or I was going to at least attempt to.
Well, it is two-handed. It functions as a maul. So,
I have a animated shield.
well, there you go. So that'll bump up your DPS by a good amount when you're swinging anyway.
2d6.
Yeah. Instead of 1d8, 1d10.
It was
Something like
1d4. It was except it had a fire enchant on it.
Oh, your light hammer?
Glowforge hammer.
Yeah. I was thinking of a standard warhammer.
I swapped out the normal warhammer for the glowforge.
There. Yeah, just remember that's non-magical. It is just a novelty hammer.
I wonder if it being a dragon tooth has any special properties to it.
No,
Well-
but it would be good to show the dragon who's hiding the eggs.
Follow us on all major social media, Discord, Twitch, and as always, thank you for joining us. See you tomorrow at 4.